Hello. So I have a new book to read to you guys today. I just got it in the mail. I was feeling sad about all the books in our classroom that I couldn't get to, and so I ordered some new ones in the mail to talk about our Earth, which we just started learning about. And this one actually reminds me a little bit of the one that Sasha read called On Earth. There's some of the same ideas on it, in it, but it's written by the author Oliver Jeffers, and he's written a bunch of other books that you may have read. How to Catch a Star, Lost and Found, Stuck, Up and Down. And there's a picture of him on the back cover. Sometimes there are pictures of the author. So this is a picture of him with his baby. And the reason I'm showing this to you is because at the end of the book, something happens that makes me think that there's a reason that he put that picture of him with his baby. I think that might have been the inspiration for him writing this book. So it's called Here We Are, Notes for Living on Planet Earth, which is where we live. And here is a picture of planet Earth and Oliver Jeffers. And Oliver Jeffers writes really beautiful stories, but he's also kind of silly sometimes. So here we are, Notes for Living on Planet Earth. Here's the title page. And there's really beautiful illustrations. There's sort of a lot to see, so I'm going to hold that up for you. So this is our solar system, one of trillions. So we've got the sun and Mercury. Here we are on planet Earth with the moon going around. And there's Pluto over here, our favorite dwarf planet. Well, hello. Welcome to this planet. We call it Earth. It is the big globe floating in space on which we live. We're glad you found us. Space is very big. There is much to see and do here on Earth. So let's get started with a quick tour. So a tour is what you do when you kind of show somebody around. So this says us, pointing to planet Earth. Then there's the moon. And then this big space is out here is outer space. The planet is basically made up of two parts. There's land, made of rock and dirt, and there's sea, which is water. Firstly, let's talk about the land. It's what we are standing on right now. We know lots about the land. So there's lots of labels here. So it's pointing up here. It says cold, pointy, really hot, that volcano in the corner there. So these are all describing words. These are adjectives. They're ways to describe different kinds of land. So bumpy, flat, dry, hot, wet, all describing words. Then there is the sea, which is full of wonderful things. I happen to know that Oliver Jeffers has written lots about the sea. I think he must be very interested in it. We know a bit about the sea, but we'll talk some more about that once you've learned to swim. So there's icebergs, frozen water, and then down here it points, it says goes nearly 7 miles deep, we think. There is also the sky. though, that can get pretty complicated, and there is a lot of information on this page, so I will try to read it all to you. So this one says, we spin around the sun, the moon spins around us. And then there's these different parts to the sky. There's outer space. There's the stratus thingy. I think he means the stratosphere. There's the air we breathe. There's snow, which is frozen falling water. There's the land down at the bottom. There's a rainbow. There's rain, which is falling water. There's clouds, which is floating water. So sometimes the sky is blue. Sometimes it's not. And then we have these pictures over here. And there's a storm clouds and lightning. There's something called our atmosphere. And then up here, lots of stuff. There's the Milky Way, billions of other stars and planets, constellations, which are patterns of stars, other planets, and then stars, which are burning balls of gas very far away that you see at night, unless it's raining. So he gave us some of why it's complicated, but there seems to be lots going on with the sky. On our planet, there are people. One people is a person. You are a person. You have a body. Look after it, as most bits don't grow back. So he labeled the different body parts. Brain for thinking, heart to pump your blood, lungs for breathing air, bones to hold it all together, legs, belly, arm, and heads. And then, remember I told you he was kind of silly? He said most of it doesn't grow back, but then he said the bits that do grow back are your nails and your hair. Right? If you cut those. The most important things for people to remember are to eat, drink, and stay warm. People come in many shapes, sizes, and colors. We may all look different, act different, sound different, but don't be fooled. We are all people. There are animals too. They come in even more shapes, sizes, and colors. They can't speak, though that's no reason not to be nice to them. And we know from our studies that even though they can't speak, they do communicate, right? This book is very squeaky because it's so brand new. You may not be able to speak yet either, even though your head is filled with questions. Be patient. You'll learn how to use words soon enough. So this is my first clue when I saw this page that it was maybe the author was writing for somebody who couldn't speak yet, which was that clue I showed you on the back page, the About the Author page, where he has a picture with his baby. That made me think about that. Generally, how it works is that when the sun is out, it's daytime and we do stuff. The rest of the time is night when it's dark, save for the moon, and we sleep. Things can sometimes move slowly here on Earth. It's like a nice, slow, lazy day there in the country. More often, though, they move quickly. So use your time well. It will be gone before you know it. Sometimes things move very quickly, don't they? Though we have come a long way, we haven't quite worked everything out. So there's plenty left for you to do. You will figure out lots of things for yourself. Just remember to leave notes for everyone else. This is reminding me how we record our research. If you're figuring something out or doing some engineering, you definitely want to make sure you tell other people what you've discovered or what you've figured out, right? It looks big, Earth, but there are lots of us on here. So be kind. There is enough for everyone. Well, that is planet Earth. Make sure you look after it, as it's all we've got. Now, if you need to know anything else, ready for your next clue about that baby thing I told you about at the beginning? Here it is. Just ask. I won't be far away. And when I'm not around, you can always ask someone else. You're never alone on Earth. And that's the end. Do you see why I thought he may have written it for his baby? This part here. Trying to answer all the questions that his child might have about where we live. I hope you enjoyed it.